I'm Tomlyn Nicholson. This is Thursday, February 5th, 2026. Former First Lady Jill Biden's ex-husband, William Stevenson, has been arrested and charged with first-degree murder in the death of his current wife, Linda Stevenson, in Delaware. The 77-year-old was taken into custody after a grand jury indictment related to a domestic dispute incident in late December, and he remains held on $500,000 bail. President Trump has proposed nationalizing aspects of U.S. elections, prompting concerns from state election officials about federal overreach and strained relations with local administrators. Some Republican secretaries of state have voiced alarms over potential disruptions to established voting processes ahead of the midterms. Senate Democrats are pushing legislation to impose restrictions on federal agents involved in immigration enforcement as a condition for funding the Department of Homeland Security. Republicans oppose the measures, highlighting a partisan divide on whether mass deportation operations should follow standard law enforcement protocols. A federal judge has extended temporary protected status for Haitian migrants, ruling that the Trump administration's prior withdrawal of protections was likely unlawful. The decision rebukes claims labeling migrants as criminals and could face appeals to higher courts. Christian investors managing over $4 billion are launching a massive 2026 campaign with 36 shareholder proposals to purge woke progressive activism from major corporations, targeting DEI programs, abortion access, and political bias in big tech and beyond to restore neutrality. Nicki Minaj's X account has gained significant traction post-Grammys, climbing towards 25.9 million followers with reports of rapid daily increases tied to her viral commentary. The controversy amplifies her visibility, boosts retweets, quotes, and overall platform activity far beyond typical levels. President Trump is moving forward with plans to install a replica Christopher Columbus statue near the White House, reviving a symbol that was removed during earlier protests. The initiative draws mixed reactions amid ongoing debates over historic figures and public monuments. President Trump unveils Project Vault, a $12 billion initiative to build a critical minerals stockpile, aiming to secure America's supply chain against foreign dependence and boost domestic mining for tech and defense needs. Ryan Wesley Roth has been sentenced to life in prison plus additional years for the attempted assassination of then presidential candidate Donald Trump and related firearm offenses. The ruling concludes a high-profile case involving threats to political figures. Democrats express growing worry over consumer confidence hitting low levels under the current administration, attributing declines to trade policies and deregulation efforts. Critics argue the priorities favor corporate interests over everyday Americans facing rising costs. The Trump administration backs Catholic schools in the Supreme Court appeal seeking to allow participation in public funding programs while maintaining faith-based admission preferences. The case tests boundaries on religious exemptions in state tuition-assisted initiatives. Discussions in Congress highlight mounting national debt approaching $39 trillion, with warning of potential fiscal crises if spending trends continue unchecked. Bipartisan observers note limited political urgency despite long-term economic risks. President Trump signed legislation to restore a partial government shutdown, though funding battles loom over Homeland Security and immigration priorities. The move provides temporary relief but underscores persistent partisan clashes on budget matters. A Democratic upset in a Texas state Senate special election has sent ripples through Republican circles, prompting warnings against complacency in traditional red areas. The flip raises questions about midterm dynamics in key battleground states. Union leaders urge California Governor Gavin Newsom to strengthen AI regulations regarding workforce impacts if he pursues higher office. The push reflects broader concerns over technology's efforts on jobs and economic stability in the political landscape.